After a treacherous close yesterday, Bitcoin has now set a thick close above 42,000 US dollars. After concretely putting in a new higher high above the mid-June $41,000 high. This is the highest close Bitcoin has seen since the dumpage back around May 19th. As Bitcoin bears watch while their hopes and dreams of a $10,000 Bitcoin slowly fade away like their rent money and their final IQ points. And the bulls stick the final finger inside the bears to seal the deal once and for all. I'm your host, Bobby Bigglesworth, and the Bears have officially lost their higher high battle, as well as many other things absolutely insane. We have a lot to be dumping into in this webisode, as Bitcoin has just done something absolutely ginormous, and after 10 straight green daily candles in a row, I think it's more than warranted that we might expect some backtesting, some retesting of support, but what is coming over this upcoming month of August, I think will absolutely blow your socks off. So you guys new channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, tune in, you miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts, and without any further magoo, I think it's about time we absolutely pump on it. Wow, so before we jump into these charts here, guys, Bitcoin whales acquiring a staggering $5.2 billion in Bitcoin in just the last 28 days. Specifically, Sentiment says here large Bitcoin holders, or those who hold from 100 to 10,000 Bitcoin, have added 130,000 Bitcoin to their wallets in the past 4 weeks. Since May 22nd, since the massive dump down to about 30K, 170,000 Bitcoin and 130,000 in just the past 4 weeks alone have been added to these whale wallets. And the quantity of unique Bitcoin in circulation is the highest it's been since May. So you can see a lot of these different metrics here, basically all saying one thing. The big money, the smart money, has been buying as Bitcoin was slashed in half from 65K down to roughly about 28K. They were not looking at 28K as a place to short, like some sort of little diddle brain bear. And it looks very much so that we could be bleeding over into 2022 with some continued gains and potentially, keeping the cycle on track. If not, I think it's going to diverge eventually anyway. But the point is, I think that Bitcoin is in store for some very, very surprising things. And again, I think one of the telltale signs here is that everybody over the past 2.5 months, almost everyone, people were just giving up hope, getting bearish, and what happens when everybody thinks one thing is going to happen? It doesn't happen. So if we take a look on Bitcoin's daily chart here, we just got a daily close above 42,000, and now we're getting a little bit of a move to the downside. However, as you can see, over the past 3 prior days, we had pretty big downside moves below 40K as well. But yeah, at this point, guys, 10 straight daily green candles in a row. So back like what I was saying 2 days ago, it would not be bad if we got another pullback, if we got a retest, tested any of this support. I think we went a little bit higher than most people were expecting, especially, if we just go back about 9 days, we have pumped 45% in the last 9 days. So that's a lot. 10 straight green daily candles can give you a lot of juice. And now we're actually seeing the 21 getting back ready, getting ready to cross back above the 50-day moving average. And yeah, I think it goes without saying, things are getting kind of bullish at this point, right? We have Ethereum having a lot of upgrades coming over the next few months, and we're seeing Ethereum actually do really well as well. Over the last 9 days, it's up about also 45%. And yeah, Bitcoin's just doing a lot of big things, as we talked about here on July 23rd and July 22nd, about this being a breakout. This has now concretely hit the full breakout of this, okay? When I posted that video, people were saying, good golly, what are you, some sort of nincompoop? Fast forward about a week, and we've exactly hit that target. So this broke out exactly as we talked about, above 40,000, and actually above 42,000 at this point as well. And also, we mentioned this on this very short-term time frame chart, the 1 hour chart. We actually had a breakdown yet again. We've been talking about these symmetrical triangles, fake outs and breakouts, and it happened yet again on a smaller time frame, but it did happen. We had a breakout to the downside and then immediately reversed and went, what, like $4,000 the opposite direction, and set a new higher high, and completely gave the bears a creaming. So guys, this is big as well. So we're going to be getting a weekly candle close in about 48 hours from now. And again, on this weekly chart, it'll be nice to see something above here. I personally don't necessarily think we're going to be seeing too much more action over the next day or two. Again, like I've been saying, I would be absolutely fine with a retest of some of these levels, any of these levels. We're in such a good position now that if we had a massive 20% drop, we would still be above 33, 32. If we had a 17, 18% drop, we would still be above like 35 and 36, which is a huge level. And we're above these 21 50-day moving averages by a lot at this point. So again, this is good. We have plenty of space to where if we would correct, it would be more than enough to definitely flip these as support, which was prior pretty big resistance. But as you can see, guys, over the last 10 days, it's been a little more bullish than I think a lot of people expect. And yeah, are we going to be putting in 11 straight green daily candles? It's not even important if we do. We've already accomplished a lot in the last 10 days, and we have to understand what just happened, what position we're in now, a much stronger position than we were in, an infinitely stronger position than we were in about 10 days ago. And again, I just want to revisit this. This literally broke out exactly as we talked about before it started breaking out. This video right here on July 22nd, the only immediately bullish pattern, breakout pattern to watch, and it is this falling wedge, which has now completed its breakout all the way up to this range. Absolutely cheers. But at this point, I think it's very clear. We even got some more bullish news today about another investment firm getting into Bitcoin, at which point, guys, I mean, at this point, who is not getting into Bitcoin? Which intelligent institution, what company is really not at least exploring the possibility of Bitcoin at this point? It's absolutely absurd if they are not. As I mentioned weeks ago, you know, let's say we actually come down to this 50 week, we blast off, go way into 6 digits by the end of the year. A lot of people are going to be saying, yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense. We retested the 50 week and then just blasted off. Well, it looks as though right now, again, it's still too early to tell. We have not broken $100,000 clearly, so it's early. But it looks as though at this point, that is not an unrealistic thing to expect. And in fact, it looks as though after 2.5 months of retesting 3 macro times around 30K, which held every single time, it looks as though, obviously, the bulls are in control and we found our bottom, as we said back on May 19th. And yeah, just many times, many people just could not believe it, and they thought these ridiculous things like 15, 10K. Still absolutely blows my mind that there are people out there that think we are going to 10,000 or less. I believe I saw somebody with a chart to like $2,000. My goodness. You talk about bullish stuff getting clicks. When people put that bearish BS, that gets just as many clicks, okay? What is like the #1 human emotion that people cannot ignore? Fear. Okay, so if you're going to fear people into thinking, yeah, we're going to $2,000 US, of course people are going to be emotional. Of course they're going to be interested. But you just have to be very careful with super bearish content because, again, like I said, those same people that are saying Bitcoin's going to $2,000 over the next year or two, those are the same people that were saying Bitcoin is going to go to 300 or 400 US when it was at 4,000 and then it went to 65,000. Okay, have I been wrong sometimes? Absolutely, but I have never been anywhere close to as wrong as bears have been. Absolutely huge. So yeah, with this, Bitcoin is just in an amazing position. I personally think, I mean, my target has already been hit. So again, I think all of this played out perfectly, but Bitcoin's looking stronger than ever. And yeah, I mean, at this point, guys, I personally am waiting to maybe see a back test. The higher we go, the better. Okay, I'm not going to complain if we hit $45,000 or $46,000 or 50,000, right? I'm not going to be angry if that happens. Like I said, I've been in long positions from around like the $30,000 range. So again, I'm not complaining at all. But we have the altcoin market cap looking good as well, and we have the entire cryptocurrency market cap looking very strong as well. We still have a lot of room to go. It's not like it's just sunshine and rainbows completely yet. But obviously the tides of turning, and I think the next few weeks are going to be way more fun than the last two and a half months have been. Okay, I mean, again, looking on this weekly chart, we see this MACD crossing, guys. This is a huge thing. Again, we pointed out back here, and ultimately it did become very, very, very bearish. But yeah, we're in a position now to where we can start getting more bullish over these last final 5 months. August, September, October, November, and December of 2021. And again, this is how quick the sentiment can change. This is how quick the charts can change, okay? Is $100,000 still realistic for this year? Absolutely. We could still be at $50,000 2-3 months from now, and I would still be saying $100,000 is absolutely plausible with that short amount of time, that window left, because of how quickly Bitcoin moves. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you miss these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. If you're interested in earning APY, TA trading, any kind of bonuses like that, make sure to check out the comments and description below. But without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.